Today, snapping a picture is as easy as pulling out your smartphone, but it wasn't always this way. The camera has evolved from an entire room to a small device that can be carried around so easily. The camera's history goes back nearly 14 billion years ago when the universe began expanding. Shortly after the universe was created, stars started to illuminate the skies. However, all good things do tend to come to an end. The stars died and released chemical elements such as carbon, hydrogen, and helium. These chemicals make up everything in the universe, which includes cameras and film developing processes. The chemicals then began to form together to create planets, which formed together to make solar systems. Nearly 4 billion years ago, microorganisms formed on Earth, which were also made of the chemicals from the dead stars. Later on, these organisms became plants and animals, which have evolved over time to eventually create humans. Humans evolved over time and shared ideas with other humans, known as collective learning, to create new inventions and creations to make a globally connected world. The very first camera wasn't even a camera at all. The camera obscura was at first a dark room with a small hole in one wall. The image the artist wanted to capture would project and rotate at 180 degrees through the hole onto the opposite wall. This was mainly used by artists because the image had to be traced. Smaller versions were created of this invention, which worked in the same way, but it was portable. The very first photograph was taken in 1826 by Joseph, a French inventor. The photo was from the view of his upstairs window. The picture was made possible because he used a material that hardened when exposed to light. The only downfall to this material is that it had to be exposed for 8 hours straight. Collective learning makes an appearance right about now. Louis Daguerre created photographic plates that would reduce the amount of time a photograph had to be exposed down to half an hour. In 1839, Daguerre took photos using silver-coated copper plates treated with iodine vapor. He then used mercury vapor to develop the photo and preserved it using a table salt solution. The first photographs were taken in 1848 with color. However, color photography didn't become popular until nearly a century later. Wet plate negatives were invented in 1851 by Frederick Scoff Archer. Dry plate negatives were created shortly after, which made handheld cameras possible by absorbing light quickly. They also led to flexible films that could be rolled and put into a camera. Film cameras were used greatly until around the mid-90s when digital cameras took their place. The switch from film to digital has changed human society. With film cameras, photographers would have to plan out their shots so they don't waste the expensive film. With digital cameras, most people don't think twice before snapping a picture of their food or taking a selfie with friends. This is because it is no longer necessary to buy film for cameras. With the creation of digital photography, pictures are able to be stored digitally rather than developing them into tangible photos. Digital cameras are great, but they are beginning to take away from events due to the immense amount of photos being snapped. This is the known as "I was here" effect. Some people spend most of the time at concerts or sporting events recording it on their smartphones to post it on social media to show all their friends. The digital camera would soon advance into something more. It is now used for traffic security and law enforcement. Traffic cameras have a still image and video mainly used at overly crowded intersections. Cameras have helped with security by identifying shoplifting, violence, and other crimes. With law enforcement, the camera has been used in interrogation rooms as well as identifying police misconduct. Cameras used in law are usually worn as body cameras, which are disguised as buttons on an officer's shirt. Cameras are also used in the medical field to videotape an operation or to see something in the human body that may be important to the doctor or patient. In addition, the camera is used with in the military for contacting people from the government, as well as using government drones that are essential for military tactics. Meanwhile, the camera has a large potential future. Future cameras may include longer lifespans, voice-automated snaps, and possibly only relying on a lens. The camera has brought joy to many people and will continue with a limitless future.